So hi, Mrs. Spinelli, is that right?
Yes, that's
and
correct.
Vanessa, is that right?
Yes.
Is that how you like to be called?
Yeah,
Vanessa?
yeah.
Okay. Well, I really thank you for coming all this way. I know it was a long trip
Yeah.
for you to get here.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So I greatly appreciate you coming. I just wanted to kind of introduce myself. I'm Dr. Lutz, and my hope is that I could be helpful for the two of you. One of the ways that I try to be helpful is to ask questions. Some of them can be a little bit hard. Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll try my best. So, Vanessa, how old are you?
15.
15. Wow, okay. And what are some things you enjoy or are good at?
Getting high, I guess. Sleeping, hanging out with friends.
What do you enjoy about getting high?
How good it feels.
Yeah.
Don't have to think about all the problems I have.
Yeah, of course.
Not bored. It's good.
How else does it help getting high?
Gives you something to do.
Mm-hmm. What else do you enjoy about it?
I don't know.
And are there other things you enjoy?
Well, I used to like painting a lot, but I don't do that anymore.
Tell me about the painting. What kind of painting do you enjoy?
I liked oil paintings.
Oil?
Painting with oils, yeah.
Wow. When did you learn that?
Maybe when I was like 9 or 10.
So you've done that for a long time, to learn how to do oils at that young age. How did you learn that?
I learned it in school, but I also mostly taught myself.
Wow. Is she pretty artistic?
Mm-hmm. Very. And musical.
Where does she get that from?
I don't know. She just was naturally like.
So, I'm wondering, Vanessa, who are the most important people in your life?
My mom, my brother.
And what do you appreciate most about your mom?
Well, she's here today, you know? She hasn't given up on me yet.
Yeah. She's here. She came 2 hours. Mm-hmm. What else? How has she not given up on you? What kind of things has she done to stick with you?
Well, even when I really mess up, she was there for me, you know?
Yeah.
Even every time I mess up or make a mistake,
Yeah.
she's there, she comes through, so.
She doesn't give up on you. What do you think the reason is?
She's my mom, and she loves me,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. So, have you heard this before?
I have not. I've never heard you talk like that before.
What's that like for you to hear her say how important you are in
It
her
feels
life?
really good. I didn't know. I've been really scared.
Do you notice a difference in terms of how your relationship is since she's been here for the last 4 weeks?
I mean, we're talking to each other. Even though we have very short phone calls, we're talking
Okay.
a little bit, and she's not yelling at me.
So is that different that you're talking more?
Yeah.
How is
Yeah.
that different?
We're both, I mean, I think that I'm listening better, and I think that you're also listening better.
Do you think that's been helpful? That you're talking more?
Yeah, it's good.
How's it been helpful for you that you're talking more with your mom? You're having these
I
phone
feel
calls?
closer to her, you know?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, when you fight and not talk, you just like feel distant, detached from your family. So it feels good to feel like I'm part of my family again.
Of course.
And when we go on passes and stuff, it feels good to like do fun stuff with them and
Wow.
whatever. When they come to visit, you know, so.
So is that different that you're doing more fun stuff together even on the passes?
Yeah.
How is that different?
Oh, well, I wasn't doing it before, you know. Us we went out for lunch and went to Target, and it was fun.
Nice.
I enjoyed it. I hadn't done something with my family in a long time.
Yeah, she'd refused to come with us.
She refused.
She
That
refused,
must
yeah,
be
or she
tough for
wasn't
you.
home, she was refusing, and her brother was always disappointed.
Yeah. So it's been really tough on everyone.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think you've been able to do this, talk more together, the two of you? Been able to, you know...
I think I'm like trapped in this house, and so
Yeah.
I feel like I had to talk to her. You know, I'm trapped, and she knows me better than the people here know me.
Of
So
course.
it's
Of
easier
course.
to talk to her.
Right.
You know,
Right.
she understands me better, I guess. I used to think she didn't, but you know, now that I'm here, I see. So she's my mom. She, you know, understands me to the best she can. So
You notice she's understanding you more.
Mhm.
What is she doing that's helping you feel she understands you more?
when I like tell her like, oh, I'm pissed off that I hate this place, she's like, yeah, I understand,
Wow.
and it makes me feel good that, you know, somebody finally understands that I hate it here.
What's been better since you've been here?
Well, I hate this place, but
Of course, it's very hard.
well, I'm not using, so it's nice to have a clear head, I guess. But
So is it different for you that you're having a clear head? Is that different for you?
yeah,
How is that different?
well, now I feel like dealing with all these emotions and stuff. They're not like they're more raw and real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can be really difficult, very hard work to do. Has it been helpful for you to have a clear head even for this month?
Yeah, I guess.
How has it been helpful for you?
Well, I'm feeling things again, you know. I've cried here. I haven't cried in a long time, you know.
Wow.
So that was good, I guess, maybe. Other than that,
How do you think you've done this? Managed to stay here for 4 weeks? I mean, it's you know, not a locked program. You could run if you wanted to.
well, I've wanted to many times.
You have.
And the girls annoy me all the time.
Of course.
They're all so immature.
Yeah, of course.
Like, they're all really, like, just so immature. Especially, like, just, I can't do it. But I
Wow.
just stick it out because I don't want to go to lockup.
Oh, right, right. So you've been really working hard to stick it out. And what kind of things do you enjoy doing?
Right now, the only thing that I really enjoy is sleeping. Like, I really
okay.
like to be asleep.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just don't really enjoy anything.
yeah. It sounds like that's got to be really tough for you. How is sleeping helpful for you?
Well, I try and sleep a lot, but I don't actually sleep
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
But when I wake up, I feel for a moment like things are okay.
Ah, okay.
The moment that I wake up and don't remember my life, just kind of that moment of not realizing how much my life sucks.
Ah.
That one moment is
So it kind of helps you not realize how difficult your life's been for you.
right.
Of course. So it sounds like things have been really, really tough for you.
Bad, yeah.
How have you been coping with all this? I mean, given how difficult things have been for you, how did you manage to get out of bed to get here?
Well, Bobby kind of made me.
Oh, okay. What did he do?
He
get-
pulled off my covers
Huh.
and turned on the light and said, let's go.
And you went with him. How did you decide to go with him?
I think there's a part of me that knows I should. You know, I know
Uh-huh.
there's a part of me that knows it's not normal to be doing what I'm doing.
Oh.
There's a part of me that was saying to get up and go.
So part of you was saying to get up,
Yeah.
and that it's maybe not quite normal. What do you think for you is normal? What do you imagine normal would be?
Well, you know, to get up and have a job and be
Right.
talk to people outside the house and
Right. Sounds like
do
you've thought about
things.
it.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an electrician. I own my own business.
You own your own business?
Yeah.
Wow, that takes a lot. How
Yeah, it does.
How long have you been an electrician?
20 years.
Wow, that's a tough job.
Yeah, it is. And you
own your own business.
I should be wiring a house right now. Having to cut my day short to get here, and it's like I'm coming in the door late every day, and the family's in uproar, and I'm fed up. I just want to come sit down and have a little bit of peace and quiet because I'm maxed out on my own stress level. So
of course,
and my kids, they're just, like I said, over the top.
So this has been you're working really hard. Have your own business. That takes a lot of skill to do that. You did that on your own, or how did you?
Yeah, well, my dad was an electrician, and he was. I started with him.
Wow.
Years ago when I started out.
Wow.
And then as he got older, I took over the business.
Wow. He's got to be proud of you. I mean, to own your own business takes a tremendous amount of work.
Yeah, he showed me how to do it.
He
showed
did.
me the right way. He's a no nonsense kind of guy. So he showed me, the way to do it. So you work hard, and I try to show my kids that too. They got to work hard.
Right. Wondering, Demi, this is sometimes I ask scaling questions to help me help you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, supposing I have a scale from 1 to 10,
Okay.
where 10 is, you're running forward, you're moving forward, you're making peace, you're feeling happier, and you don't have this mask on, and you have this lightness about you, and there's a difference between you and your sons in terms of they're noticing things, talking, showing them the other side of life. There can be other things, but 10 is, up there, and 1 is the opposite. Where would you say things are now for you now? Where 10 is, you're really moving forward, and 1 is the opposite.
Maybe a 3.
3. And has that number gone up, down, the same?
Well, compared to where I was last week,
Yeah,
it is a step forward.
it's a step forward. It's not a 1 or a 2.
No,
What's the reason it's not a 1 or a 2?
because I got away.
Ah, right.
I got away.
And what else
Um,
makes it not lower?
I'm in an okay place.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if we were out on the street or something like that,
Yeah.
and I'm in a place where people can provide me with help.
Yes. What would make that number go from a 3 to a 4? Maybe not all the way to a 10, but that next step for you. What would tell you, you're moving forward for the, I like small steps. What would a 4 look like that you'd say, yeah, I think this is a 4?
Okay, a 4. To be able to continue thinking, continue breathing,
Yeah? Yeah?
and maybe to just talk to someone
That would help.
that can help.
How do you think that would help to talk to someone?
Because I got a lot I probably want to talk about.
Yeah.
And just being able to talk to somebody else,
Yeah.
things will be all right. Get my son back in school.
That would be a next step.
Hmm.
What would that take to get your son back into school? Sounds like a big
It does.
big
Because then you
challenge.
get worried. Will the father start looking
of
for him in
course.
different schools?
Scary, of course.
So I don't know how to get that done.
Yeah.
But just getting him somewhere, I don't know if it requires changing his name or
whatever.
Right.
But just getting him in school,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe me getting some skills, and
Uh-huh.
so I can get some work
Yeah.
to help.
Yeah,
Because, I mean, they're on you at the shelter too,
of course.
but in a different way.
Right.
So I understand I got to make my way.
Right.
So
Right, right. I'm impressed with your ability to look at that. I mean, that's tough. And what do you think? What else do you think would make it a 4? Is
making it through this next week
making it through the next
without
week
going back to him.
without going back with him. Mr. Monahan, I'm wondering if I could ask you a difficult question. I know I've asked you a lot of questions already, and this is probably one of the hardest questions I ask. Would that be okay?
Yes.
So I'm wondering if today, after you leave here and you go through your day and you get through your work day and you go home, get through dinner, get all your kids to bed, and finally you fall asleep. And in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, a miracle happens. And the miracle is the worries and the problems that brought you here are solved. But because you're asleep, you didn't know that it happened. So you wake up in the morning and this miracle has happened, and as you're lying in your bed, going through your day, what do you suppose you'd notice that would tell you, wow, this is a better day? What do you imagine might be different?
I think it would probably look like a miracle.
It's a hard question.
Yeah. I think when I got home from work, I'd notice my kids would be either quietly doing their homework, or they'd be playing by themselves or together and getting along.
Oh, okay.
My wife would probably be calmly making dinner or something like that, or hanging out with one of the boys doing their homework.
Right. What else do you imagine as you're waking up and going through your day that you'd say, wow, this is a better day?
I feel like I'd be able to stay calm if there was some sort of problem.
Okay.
You know, if there was some sort of argument, or
Okay.
I wouldn't feel like shouting or...
Wow. You'd be able to stay more calm.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
blow up as much, I suppose. I would
Okay.
figure out how to, get space or say something that would more successfully get them calmed down too.
What else? What else do you suppose you'd be doing or you'd notice differently when this miracle happens?
Probably, I feel like I'd have DCF out of my hair.
Ah, okay. Okay.
That worker from DCF
Right,
would probably
right.
be,
Right.
I suppose, checking in or saying that she doesn't need to come
Right,
anymore.
right.
She's done with us.
Right.
And
Of course. And supposing, they're not in the room, I'd ask your wife, your kids, what they'd notice. Do you think they'd notice something different that you'd be doing? They'd say, wow, my dad's seems different, or my husband seems different. Do you think they'd notice anything different?
Well, Dylan probably wouldn't be in my face, and so he'd...
What would he notice, do you think?
That if he's blowing up, then I'm not blowing up too, along with him. Although he he doesn't. I don't know that. I think part of a miracle would be that he wouldn't be blowing up, but even if he was, he wouldn't be like blaming me or egging me on or calling me or anyone else names.